Everybody, we should be live now on YouTube and Twitch. So if you're watching us, thanks for tuning in. We are here with SpinTop, and we're excited to hear more about their product and everything that they're working on. As many of you know, their multi-farm has also gone live, and we've got liquidity incentives on their farms, and we've got the Gamepedia where Cryptoblades is already a part of it. So we've been working with these guys for a while now. We're really excited to be working with them. But I will turn it right over to him. So welcome. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what your role is, and maybe a little bit more about SpinTop.
Yeah, thank you, Philip. It's a pleasure being here. It's a great pleasure to be partnering up with you guys. So my name is Yalın Büyükdara, and I'm head of marketing at the SpinTop team. And I recently joined the team actually about a month ago, but I was dreaming of actually going into the crypto industry for a while. So let me tell you a bit about my background. And I've studied psychology and marketing communications in Chicago. I spent about a decade living in Chicago, and then I moved back to my hometown in Istanbul. So I'm a digital marketing professional, and now I'm the head of marketing at SpinTop. And as I said, I was kind of dreaming and hoping to get my experience from digital marketing, having worked in the agencies and join a startup. And I was able to achieve that. I feel really, really excited about that.
Awesome. And that's so cool. I didn't realize that you lived in Chicago for a time. I lived there for about 7 years on the north side.
Really?
So I'm very familiar. And I actually moved to South Carolina about 3.5 years ago. But yeah, very familiar with Chicago. I was born and raised in the area. So that's awesome.
So I'm assuming you know Evanston. That's where I went to school.
Absolutely. Yeah. My wife actually went to school up by there too. And I'm very familiar. So that's really cool. That's awesome. What a small world, right?
Yeah, it is. That's fun.
Yeah. I've been meaning to, I keep telling some people I'm going to head out to Istanbul sometime. I haven't made it out there yet. I know. I'm excited. I'm excited. It seems so awesome there.
Yeah, I mean, Europe and Asia, 2 continents in one city, and summertime is a great time to be here, actually.
Awesome.
So yeah, just let us know when you stop by.
I know. I got a place to stay, right? Place to crash.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Well, I'll let you kind of take over from here and tell us a little bit more about SpinTop. Do you want to start with the video, or do you want to give us an overview first? It's up to you.
Yeah, of course. I can start with the video, like from our website, which also works as a overview.
Awesome.
Okay, so let me play that for you guys.
We envision creating a single platform that unites the scattered blockchain gaming world with SpinTop. SpinTop is an environment where you can discover games, trade tokens, and share NFTs to take your gaming to the next level. Through Gamepedia, filter and choose the blockchain game that suits your taste. Scroll through public comments and read expert gaming guides to prepare yourself for the adventure. Now, gather your friends, head to the guild maker, join a guild matching to your MMR, grab your guild's arsenal, and jump in the action. Start earning without answering to anyone. After earning through gaming, you can move on to Spindex to build and grow your treasury by staking and farming within the gaming ecosystem, or simply by trading the tokens of your choice. The NFT marketplace is waiting for you as a supply ground to buy, sell, or rent items that you will need to complete the arsenal of your guild or character. With SpinStarter, the tierless game launcher, you get the opportunity to invest in the blockchain gaming ecosystem from the early stages. SpinTop provides great features that complement your journey in the blockchain gaming. Whether you are an investor, game developer, or gamer, SpinTop has the tools you need to experience blockchain gaming to its fullest. SpinTop, the ultimate GameFi ecosystem. Discover, play, trade, earn.
Awesome. Thanks so
Right.
much for sharing that. Yeah, that helps
Yeah.
I bring all of it together, right? Because you guys have such a big vision for what you're creating with SpinTop, and it helps, people to see like what you guys all are working on and then what's all coming to.
Exactly. I mean, the problem that we have encountered in the blockchain gaming world was, I mean, first of all, there's so much promise, and there's too little execution, and you guys deliver, for example. Like that's a successful story, but it's hard to find games that are successful. It's hard to find gaming guides, like where to invest. Like there's all these questions around the blockchain gaming sector. Therefore, we were like, okay, why don't we create a platform where we try and solve this problem and help become a powerful platform for those who are interested in GameFi, be it gamers, game developers, or purely investors. So that was our kind of starting point. And then we, step by step, we were like kind of visualizing in our heads like the products that we could build around this problem to solve. And then, so maybe I can go through quickly about our products. So one of the products that, as you mentioned, is Gamepedia. Imagine this as like a library or an encyclopedia of a community-driven blockchain gaming sphere. So this is where people can learn about games, read in-depth reviews. For example, if you're just beginning to play a game, you got to have a strategy, right, to play the game properly. So the Gamepedia is where you can find that information, as well as the financial aspects of it. So this is like a source of information that we want to keep on growing, and we have content writers that work really hard to develop this platform day by day. So that's Gamepedia for you. And the financial portion of this is Spindex, and this is a decentralized exchange where gaming tokens are pulled together and which you're a part of. So we want to create liquidity and incentivize yield farming here. And this is a way of actually providing value for our game partners, as well as adding another form of utility to the Spin token.
Yeah.
So those are the two major products that we have launched, and I can officially also announce as of now that SpinStarter is coming, and this is our launchpad. So we've just announced our first IDO about like half an hour ago before our talk. So we're really excited about that. So that's going to be a major component, and we've been working really hard to go live with that in the past few months. So, and we're proud to hit that milestone actually. So like in short, we want to become a one-stop shop for the blockchain gaming sector, and like piece by piece, we're building up like a building here. And yeah, it's been a really enjoyable ride for me to be a part of.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
And if you wouldn't mind, maybe take us through a little bit of the Gamepedia, just so that people can kind of see a little bit about what you guys are building there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, as you see, so we're featuring about like 175 games as of now, and every day our content creators are working on adding new games as they find. And the goal, the ultimate goal here is to make it kind of, because in gaming we're all used to like Steam, where we can learn about games and see. So we want to position Gamepedia like this, and people, let's click on Krabada, for example. Yeah, this is where people will be able to like read some introduction info, see graphics, learn about the gameplay, get token information, as well as reviewing the games. So this is a functionality that we recently added to Gamepedia, and we want to, as more people join our community, the content here is going to be like more robust. So let's look at Cryptoblades actually.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. See, as you see here, you can find all the financial information, the guide written by our content creators, going through
Yeah, that's
step by
awesome.
step. Yes, like how to start, like what you need to do, like what's involved in the game. So, I mean, the founders and the people who work at SpinTop are all gamers. Like we are
Yeah.
gamers ourselves. So like we put ourselves in the shoes of the gamers, and we ask ourselves the question like, how can we add value to the gamers? So and we want to keep on improving Gamepedia using this perspective, actually.
Yeah. So how do you guys see, what's your guys' vision, maybe let's say a year from now, of how all these different products are going to sort of come together within this ecosystem? What would you say your ultimate vision is?
Yeah, I mean, so since our goal is to provide as much value as possible through Gamepedia, we're positioning Gamepedia as our main traffic source to SpinTop for gamers specifically. Of course, like we're working on like search engine marketing, SEO. We're optimizing everything, and as more products go live on our platform, we feel like more people will join the SpinTop community, and then they will be so. The major goal here is to make Gamepedia community driven. So as people join in, they write reviews. There's a tipping functionality, for example, if and we're envisioning like a Reddit kind of system where, you know, the top contributors are rewarded or they get badges and stuff like that. And there's like a profile section where we're envisioning that people will get rewarded. So that's going to be the main traffic driver. But also, like when you go to, I'll show you the Spindex section as well. So we talked about the gamers as the target audience, and this could be for gamers as well, but this is also I would say the main target audience here is the investors and also who are interested in gaming. And as you see, we've got liquidity farms and pools right here, and the Spin King one. And people come here to lock their Spin and King tokens to create an LP and to provide liquidity, and they get passive income. And I think this is a great way to provide benefits for our gaming partners as well as investors. So and we're constantly working on how can we add more people in here and how can we keep this fair and most beneficial to our partners. And I hope you guys are enjoying the ride so far.
Yes, definitely. I know we're so excited to have gotten the King on here, and I know we were just discussing having Skill on here as well. So you know, we're doubling down on it. We're very excited about you know what you guys have been able to do, and there's a lot of liquidity that's been provided as a result of this. So it's definitely a really great model from a tokenomics standpoint. You know, I think your guys just delivery from a design standpoint and from a functional you know, with the Gamepedia is great, but then mixing that with really solid tokenomics and you know, this DeFi aspect is really great because they're so closely aligned. It's such a challenging space. You know, speaking from a GameFi project where you know we're constantly trying to think what's you know, not only what's beneficial or enticing for gamers, but what's enticing for DeFi users, right? Because who has MetaMask? So Walt, those are DeFi users, and so any way that we can have people kind of double down on their earnings, you know, let's say somebody is staking their King and they want to you know, either provide some liquidity and earn this way. It's about taking that extra step and working with trustworthy partners like you guys that helps push that over the edge, and it fulfills a need for us for sure without having to do it all in house. Maybe if you don't mind, maybe if you have any more leaks about SpinStarter and what you guys are going to be doing there, maybe some timelines or something like that.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much for your kind words, and I'm really appreciative of that. It's great to hear your feedback, and we'll work on developing this further. And yeah, that makes us really happy. So regarding SpinStarter, as I mentioned earlier, we recently announced it this week, and it's in the works, in the final testing phase, and we will be launching it actually in less than a week. Let's say I can say that. Yeah, and maybe like 45 minutes ago, we officially announced our first IDO partner. That's Bounty Hunter, and I can give you guys some maybe quick information about that. It's a team based in Singapore, in Indonesia, and as you know, the Southeast Asian market in gaming is predominant in the sense that they're really active gamers, especially in Web2 games and mobile games. And our partners, Bounty Hunter, is actually founded by Bounty. They have more than 250,000 gamers already. So they have a well-established community, and they have so far held more than 3,000 tournaments. And these are like Web2 tournaments, and they had a prize pool of more than $300,000. So their goal now is to take this from Web2 to Web3. And so they have raised funds from venture capitals, and they have right now they're organizing an IDO with an initial cap of $125,000, and it's going to be I think 2 cents BUSD on our platform on April 6th. So the main utility here will be, so they have these well-established audience who are really into playing games, and Bounty Hunter will be creating some quests, and you can imagine this as like an esports tournament or an event. So in order to participate in these events, people will be staking and paying with the Bounty token. So that's the main goal of this project. And so sort of like it's definitely not a game, but it's a platform, and it's kind of like an interesting first project that we are pretty excited about.
Yeah, awesome. That's actually great that you mentioned that. And again, small world, because we're going to be announcing an affiliation with Bounty in the coming weeks, actually probably in the coming days. And so,
nice.
Yeah, so we're that's awesome. We're very excited about their project, and I'll keep you guys in the loop too, because I think it'll be definitely a boost for their IDO on your guys' platform. So that's really cool.
For sure. It's great to hear that we're in sync in many ways.
I know, right? Yeah, that's really great. So as far as some of the partners that you guys have, I mean, I know that you've worked with some projects to get the Gamepedia filled out. I know you're working with some of these partners on the Launchpad as well as here. Maybe tell us a little bit more about maybe some of the other gaming companies and partners that you guys have a deeper relationship with besides Cryptoblades, or any other partnership that you guys are excited about.
We are also like, because we in the product roadmap, we have NFT marketplace, which is actually tied into the Guildmaker. But this is coming up, not right now. It's like Q3. So the main focus right now is to get SpinStarter out of the way, and it's coming really soon. But as you know, like guilds are like a part of blockchain gaming. So it's going to be a meeting grounds for play to earn sponsors and scholars, and like sponsors will be able to burn, spin, and create their own yield guides. That's how we envision it, to recruit scholars and compete with each other. And the NFT marketplace is going to be tied to that. So one of our partners is called Altura. So they're providing an NFT infrastructure, if you will. So we're initiating talks with them to build that up in the future. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Yeah.
Awesome. That's a great partnership. And then last, I guess, what are some, is there anything else that you haven't already told us that you guys are excited about with your platform? Obviously, there's a lot here that you've already shared, and I'm seeing some comments on the streams that people are really happy with what they're hearing. And before we open up, questions to them, anything else you want to put on our radar?
Well, like in general, we consider this as the go-to platform, and there's many aspects to this, many products, many legs to it. And as we make progress, like we want to grow further, with by like hiring more people on the team, like by furthering our marketing operations, by maybe getting listed on central exchanges in the future. And so yeah, this requires, I think, also firstly having completed all these products in a high quality way. And after achieving this, I think our goal is to take those steps, to take SpinTop to the next level in order to increase our reach. Because we get those questions a lot. Oh, when will you be listed in central exchanges, etc.?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And actually, I see, as you know, I'm Turkish, so I see a Turkish comment here, which is skill keeps on winning on Binance and Huobi, like these competitions, but why aren't they listed? So
Oh yeah, we get it a lot
that's like
too.
translating you that it's related to this topic. Yeah. So what's your stance on it? Maybe on that. I kind of put you on the spot. Sorry, I'm not the one.
No, of course,
supposed
of
to be
course.
asking the questions. But
yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah, those are tough nuts to crack because they a lot of times there's different metrics that these exchanges are always looking at, right? And that they're kind of in one sense, a lot of times exchanges say, we value on-chain activity, or we value DeFi users and things like that. And they do, but their business model is based on one thing, and that's trading volume. And so a lot of times, we might be really killing it on on-chain activity, which is an extremely valuable metric for us. Like that's our number one that we're working on, is how, if you can get somebody to connect to your site at the very least, and then also, be able to interact with it, whether that's minting your first NFT or participating in a fight, that's extremely valuable to us. And what a lot of people aren't aware of is, we're consistently top 10 most daily active users across any GameFi project on any chain, and so we're very, very excited about that. It has opened doors for us where we are in talks with these exchanges pretty consistently, but at the end of the day, it comes down to token utility, and we're kind of going a similar route to you guys, where there's going to be some additional functionality that people will have for staking their skill tokens. And that's one of the reasons we're really excited to be participating in these liquidity incentives that you guys are running, because that drives token activity. And those are the types of things that are very beneficial for decentralized exchanges. And, it's a matter of, we kind of have everything prepped. It's kind of like you set up the fireworks show, you run all the lines, you back up into the field, and it's like, we were always laying the foundation and always keeping that in mind, like with our roadmap. Hey, are these elements going to be driving token activity at some point, and how will they be driving token activity at some point? And so that's we're working on kind of putting this whole master plan into one sort of easy to grep visual / article. But it's a question that we get all the time. And there's been, at times some frustration around it too, because there's expectations of, if an exchange says they're potentially going to list us and we win, like, yes, the community is going to say, when are you getting listed? And there's only so much that we can do to push that over the finish line. But it's what also people don't realize too is these companies are just as they're running around with their hair on fire, just like the rest of us. This last year has thrown everybody into this this crypto craze, and sometimes it's a matter of manpower that they're just not able to get to it yet. But that's a fight. By the end of the day, you got to drive token volume. That's a big one: liquidity and token volume. So
exactly.
So I have a fun question for you. All right. So if you could have coffee with anyone, past, future, fictional, real, who would you grab a cup of coffee with?
Well, I can give you two answers for this. One is going to be like from my personal background, and it's Atatürk, the founder of the Turkish Republic, and I choose him. And Elon Musk, everybody knows who Elon Musk is. So if you will, I'll give you these two answers. I'm choosing Atatürk because, first of all, he's a visionary. He rebuilt a whole country, established a new country, taking it from really dire straits when the Ottoman Empire was falling. He has a military background education, but he's also really well educated in, I don't know, sociology, psychology, literature. He's literally read hundreds of books, even during like wartime, and that kind of makes me proud. And because after the establishment of the parliament and republic and bringing in democracy in 1923, like he's given like the right to women to vote, which was, even for European standards, that was pretty early. So yeah, I would just want to talk and chill with him and ask him, like, how did you come up with all these, visions, and then how did you organize people from the grassroots? Because it was a really poor country, like it was really hard to fight the enemies, etc. So I would want to get some information about him. How did you galvanize people? How did you organize people? Meanwhile, carrying out all of these like philosophical, paths for the future of the country. And Elon Musk, I think, also like a visionary. And I would just ask him, like, how do you deal with like so many things at the same time? Maybe like ways of working. Yeah, because starting, like, he's managing Tesla, I don't know, SpaceX, I don't know, Boring Company, etc. And maybe I'm also having like some thoughts about that. Maybe he's had a part in creating the blockchain world as well. And that's just a question mark, but that's just my gut feeling, because he's the founder of PayPal.
Right.
So I would ask those questions to him during our chat, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Those are great answers. I have some questions here from the different chats on YouTube and Twitch. One of them is just where the name SpinTop came from.
Well, SpinTop is, I think, first of all, it has a nice vibe because it's, like it spins and it's got this action feeling to it, and it's one of the most ancient games, in world history. If you do some research about like SpinTop, it's been found in like ancient Egypt, ancient Greeks. And we like the fact that it can spin and it has a motion going on. It's currently it's like an evolution of gaming, if you will. That's a symbol.
Yeah, definitely. Another one, and I forgot to ask this one. What chain are you guys deployed on, and do you intend on any sort of multi-chain in the future?
Yes, for sure. So we are on Binance Smart Chain right now. We have concluded our talks positively with Polygon, so mathematic chain, and we are in talks with other chains as well.
Awesome.
Like, it's not finalized yet, but we would love to join Avalanche, because we're seeing some good movement there.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, so the goal is definitely to become multi-chain.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome, especially for us, given that we're kind of on your platform, and then if people from all different chains see, oh, I didn't know that they were on Polygon, or I didn't know Cryptoblades was on Avalanche, or what have you. I think that's really cool. Right. Can you tell us, we have a couple more minutes left here. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Guild Maker? You kind of dropped a little bit of hints about it, but what will that entail? What will that allow players and guilds and things like that to do?
Yeah. So what we kind of observe in the Guild Maker in the blockchain gaming is not pretty cool, in the sense that, like, there's these really, really high barriers to entry to games, and it kind of goes against the foundation of decentralization, where people are able to have their own freedom to participate in matters of their choosing. So we want to design it in a way that kind of breaks that system by actually NFT wrapping technology, which would enable players, to borrow these NFTs, and depending on their success, measured by how they perform in the games, that would become a parameter, and that would link up to the NFTs parameter as well. So we want to create a system where there's a dynamic relationship between the player score as well as the NFT score, and that keeps it going. So it's in the works right now, but as I mentioned, it's in the plan for Q3, and we'll definitely keep you posted about that.
Awesome. And let's see, we got time for one more here before we hop off. Let's see who gets the lucky question. I'm trying to pick it very carefully as we only get one shot. All right. All right, here's an interesting one. What do you look for in partnerships with other projects? And I assume you mean, and you know what? I think two people asked about Spin utilities. I think you kind of covered it already, right. But if you could do a little quick overview of the different products that run on Spin, let's get a 2-for-1 in here.
Cool, of course. So in terms of partnership, I think mutual beneficial relationship is what we look for. As you mentioned, I mean, and I'm going to tie this with the Spin utilities as well. So the Spindex part is the decentralized exchange where gaming tokens are pooled together to create liquidity. So this benefits the gaming partners that we build relationships with, as well as the Spin holders, because they are also generating passive income through this decentralized exchange. And yeah, I think it's a great way. And I think not enough people know about this, but I think as time goes by, as people get educated around this topic, and they do figure out that it's passive income is a great way to earn in crypto as well. So yeah, in partnerships, we look for mutually beneficial relationships. And in terms of the utility, yeah, so the decentralized exchange for yield farming and liquidity is one thing that I mentioned, and as well as joining the launchpad, I think is a major one, because you get the chance to become an early investor. And the way we built SpinStarter is actually there's going to be a SpinStarter vault where when you stake your spin coins there, there's going to be an auto compound function. So you will keep on actually getting like income from there, from the single, as if your spin is in a spin single staking pool.
Awesome.
So yeah, we constantly try and figure out ways of how we can make people happy, and that's why we introduced this auto compound function in the SpinStarter vault. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Really great to hear. Well, as I mentioned, really great to have you guys on here. You know, we've been in talks with you for a long time, and it's awesome how we're both, meeting a lot of the same people, and we're both growing. Both of our projects and offerings are growing. So whenever we are partnering with projects that, as far as Cryptoblades goes, this is really what we look for, that people who can deliver on releasing new things, and you guys have certainly done that. So that's all we have for today, everybody. Just want to thank you guys again for joining, and we will keep you guys updated with any new and fun things happening in the SpinTop world. And until we meet again, I think hopefully we'll have you guys on again soon.
Thank you, Philip. It's been a great pleasure. Thanks.
All right. Bye now.